Good day everyone, welcome back to Yellow Submarine, your dedicated Beatles channel. It's great to meet again. In this video, we'll continue discussing instances where the Fab Four answered interview questions sarcastically. But first, subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to get notified whenever a new video is uploaded. The Beatles have resurfaced as a popular topic in recent decades. TV specials, newspaper stories and numerous festivities have all been held to honor the band's remarkable accomplishments and legends. However, while considering the Beatles' worldwide fame, we sometimes miss one aspect of the band's appeal and the cause for their initial success: humor. From their first press conference in America, the Beatles' sense of humor was displayed. They've accepted countless interviews and left many funny answers during their career. The Beatles often use classic British humor. 1. Ringo Starr, non-smoker. Although Starr was not as outspoken as his bandmates, he had a wicked sense of humor. The Fab Four seemed to enjoy playing into the overall Texan aesthetic during a 1964 interview in Texas. McCartney even donned a large cowboy hat and attempted a Texan accent. Then a reporter asked Starr if he had any political affiliations. Starr replied, "I don't even smoke." He then proceeded to take a big drag of a cigarette.
Ringo, do you have any political affiliations at all?
No, he doesn't even smoke.
I don't even smoke. Is that what type of cigarette is that?
2. Nothing but Elvis impersonators. The Beatles had their first news conference in the United States on February 7, 1964. What do you think of the claim that you're nothing but a group of British Elvis Presley impersonators? One reporter said. Starr began dancing his interpretation of Elvis' moves and said, "It's not true, it's not true."
Oh, it's not true, it's not true.
3. McCartney would make a great mocker. During a 1963 interview at the Twickenham Film Studios outside of London, McCartney appeared to be having a good time. A girl asked McCartney if he liked mods or rockers during the Q&A portion of the interview. In other words, he supported the cool kids who ride Vespers and wore leather jackets, as well as the harder-edged rockers who wore leather jackets. McCartney looked like he was put on the spot with a question. "I don't know, I like any of them," he said. Then he added, "Mockers I like, I think they're the best."
Do you prefer mods or rockers?
Don't know. I like any of them. Mockers I like. I think they're the best. No real preferences.
4. They should have been called the Shoes. The Beatles commonly claim that John Lennon came up with the group's moniker. Lennon was asked to elaborate on this in a 1964 interview. "It means Beatles, doesn't it?" Lennon said. "That's just a name, you know, like shoe." "The Shoes," McCartney chimed in. "See, we should have been called the Shoes for all you know."
John thought of the name Beatles, and he'll tell you about it now. It means Beatles, doesn't it? You know, that's just a name. You know, like shoe. It means shoe.
The Shoes. You see, we could have been called the Shoes for all you.
5. Lennon got his bandmates to type out his book. During a Swedish interview in 1964, Lennon was behaving incredibly silly. The interviewer was mostly interested in John Lennon's book, in his own words. "Do they aid or hinder you in any way?" The interview inquired of Lennon's bandmates' involvement with his book. "No, they typed it down for me," Lennon replied.
Did they help you or did they hinder you in any way?
No, they typed it out for me.
That's right. I mean, they can spell and you...
Oh, they spell very greatly.
6. Lennon wants out. The Beatles disbanded in 1970, however, some of their members may have been considering leaving earlier. A reporter told John during a 1965 British interview that there was a rumour in the Beatles paper that he would be leaving the group. "Rubbish, I've signed a deal. For years I've been trying to get out," he made a joke.
John, there's a rumour in the news of the Beatles paper that you might be leaving the group.
Rubbish. I'm
Absolutely.
contracted. Been trying to get out for years.
You've been writing some poetry.
What paper?
7. The LSD business is booming. In 1965, Lennon and Harrison were given their first dose of LSD, which was provided by a dentist friend of theirs. Following their encounter, the two of them informed the other Beatles about it. Their great record Revolver was inspired by acid. However, it resulted at the end of certain relationships, particularly for Lennon. During a late 60s interview with an American reporter, McCartney and Lennon were asked about their LSD claims. "I got the impression from what I read that you both approved and criticized LSD. So what's the story here?" inquired the reporter. "We were manufacturing it. Business went bonkers," Lennon cracked.
Some other things, narcotics.
Yes, Larry.
It seemed to me from what I read that you had endorsed it and condemned
We
it.
were manufacturing it.
What's the story?
No, the business went bump.
Bottom line, the Beatles may have had a successful comedy career if they weren't preoccupied with reinventing the music world in the 1960s and 70s. Compare John Lennon's biting wit to George Harrison's snarky commentary to see how different the Fab Four's senses of humour were. That's not to add Paul McCartney's spectacular burns and Ringo Starr's clowning antics. As a unit, these personalities work brilliantly together. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Oh, and turn on post notifications. Now, if you'll excuse me, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.